and Jamshedpur have won the Hero ISL. Hyderabad are the Hero of Indian Super League champions.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Let's Football Live show coming to you on this Tuesday, this World Cup Tuesday, sandwiched between two very important World Cup games. So we've made sure that you don't miss out on any of the action. Just thought I'll make a mention of that right at the top of the show. What I'll also make a mention of is that the guest that we are joined by today is a very, very skilled footballer. In fact, most guests who do join us on the Let's Football Live show are very skilled footballers. But the thing about this individual is that his attitude towards life, towards football, and everything else in between is something that's so refreshing. We thought we had to get another bite of him on the Let's Football Live show. He's come on here before as well, but this season, for the first time, I welcome Odisha FC's Raynier Fernandes alongside Pulasta Dhar and Darren Caldeira on the Let's Football Live show. And I'll tell you one thing, I haven't seen someone as excited to join the show as Raynier was just 5 minutes back, bringing all the energy. Raynier, kaisa ka hai bhau?
What's up, guy? I love that introduction. Thank you so much.
In
My
the
God,
limited
that was so
Marathi, I know I tried. Although it's more likely that you would have picked up a few more Odia words now that you're playing for Odisha FC. We'll come to all of that. How good is your Odia?
No, it's not that great actually. I've not learned a lot, but yeah, I will surely after this. I will surely.
See, now is the time you're meant to show off your linguistic skills. You have another half an hour left in the show, so any point of time you want to pop into Odia, you feel free to do that. Real
Half an hour and three
I
quarters
don't
of the
think
season.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Awesome, guys.
Oh,
Before we start, did you guys happen to watch the Argentina Saudi Arabia match today? Darren, did you catch some of that?
No, actually, I did, Mr. But I'm gonna catch the highlights once we're done with the show. I mean, I know the result right now, and I mean, great start to the World Cup. There are always upsets in every major tournament, and we've already had one so far. This is just gonna lighten up the tournament all the more.
Yeah. What about you, Rainier? Were you guys watching the game?
Yeah, we actually had training, during the halftime, our training started. So in the first half, it was good. There were many offsides, Argentina would have put in like 2-3 goals, but they were 1-0. But then we went for our training, and once we got done with our training, we got to know that Argentina has lost 2-1, and it was like, my God, this is football. You never know what can happen.
Basically, Saudi
Sometimes.
Arabia did an Odisha to Argentina.
Yeah. You can say that.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. On that note, I will first of all throw it open to Darren because he's been waiting to pick your brain for a long time, Rainier. So Darren, take it away.
So, Raynier, I have to start with, I mean, you were at the local club, Mumbai City FC, but you made that loan move to Odisha ahead of the season. How do you think it has worked out for you so far? Are you happy with the start you've had, or where do you think you need improvement? How's it going? How does it look to you?
Yeah, firstly, like I spent 4 years in Mumbai, and yeah, it was for me, it was a bit different. It was a bit challenging, moving away from a city and joining a new club and trying to play that style of football. But I said before, when I got a call over here, I spoke to the coach, and that's what made my decision to come here. And since I came here, the first day itself, the intensity of the training session only at the first day itself only was too good for me. And I was very excited to be a part of this club. This loan move of mine was for me, firstly, to get back to my playing time. Last season it was a very difficult. I was not fitting in the system, or I was not the coach was not putting me. And this is what I wanted, is to play. So I decided to join here. But it's not easy, when you come to a club and you can just play. You have to work hard in the training. So when the training started, I have learned so much from this coach over here and everyone in the team, all the coaching staff and everyone. And it was something that I always wanted compared to my last year. So this year I have learned a lot. I have got experience also now, to getting back to my playing time. And yeah, it's not easy because every training, every match is difficult, and you just have to adapt, and you just have to play with your the style that a coach wants. And yeah, it's a good learning, and I'm actually happy being a part over here.
Renia, just to carry on from that thought, you mentioned how you couldn't find that position, and there were some certain things that you couldn't figure out. One big question that we all ask ourselves amongst each other is, what is Raynier's best position? It all comes down in every player's life. What is Raynier's best position? Is he a right winger? Is he right midfield? Is he central midfield? Because that RM position is kind of dead. What is, according to you, your best position?
Mine, firstly, I'm not a winger. It's very difficult for me, to ask the ball behind and keep running, because that's not my strength. My strength is the central midfielder. Either it's attacking, either it's in the middle, or either it's a defensive. So it based on the coach. Wherever he puts me in the middle, I will happily play there, because that's what I'm doing all my life. But different coach comes in and he expects you to do something else for the team. So, and I love to do that. I love the challenge. And it's good, you get to learn even more than what you are actually playing. So yeah, I got to learn a lot. But my preferred position is a central midfield. Anywhere in the middle, I will just play it.
And what are the differences? I think if you can just bring it down 2-3 points, differences between Mumbai City and Odisha in terms of the approach, because obviously don't give away the industry secrets, but it's kind of the same kind of football. Both teams like to play, they like to keep the ball now under Gombau especially. But you said, wow, the training session impressed you. What were the differences?
Last season when I was in Mumbai, it was very difficult to adapt, because I was playing mostly a winger. But the style what the coach wanted me there was play from the wing, which was not my strength. But I tried to do my best. I don't know whether I impressed the coach or not. So it was very difficult for me to get back to my my strength. So since I'm come here, the coach has put me in the midfield, especially on the right, left. It doesn't matter. He put me in the midfield. And from there, when I started training every single day, and every training session, we players, especially me, I have learned so much from this coach. The plan that what he has, the push that he gives the player, what you have to do, how you have to receive the ball, what all you have to think after receiving the ball. So all these things is what I wanted to learn, because for me, every training session is like a learning, because I just players, I don't go train and I just I'll train, that's it. I want to go there, I want to learn. So, and I'm also not perfect. No one is perfect. No footballer is perfect. So it's sometimes in the matches, me, there are a couple of times where I was out of position and all, but the coach has told me and he has made me want to improve. So he pushes and he pushes, he keeps pushing till you get it right, and that's what actually matters for a footballer.
That's nice. Thanks for the enthusiastic response. Suyash, you had a question.
No, enthusiasm. You wouldn't expect anything less from Raynier, would you? Raynier, you kept mentioning how Gombau likes to push his players, but does the push ever turn into a shove? Does it ever, he seems like a very, very intense coach and seems very strict. Is Gombau a strict manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, short and sweet.
He firstly, his mentality is a winning mentality. He will not care whether what we do is how much you are focused, how much you are concentrated on the match. That's it. If you do that, then it's it's good. Otherwise, it's not like he's intense, he's strict. He just wants to push the players so that we wake up and we be like, no, we have to do it with him. So it's it's like he just wants us to win every game, win every training that too. Even if our training session is not going great, he will still push. That means his mentality is already winning. So we have to be at that mentality. Then we will grow as a team and will be the best. So this is it. Yeah.
So what has he said to you guys at halftime in the games that you have gone down? What was the team talk like? Because you seem like sometimes it's a very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of team. You look very, very different in the same game sometimes. So what has he said to you?
To me, precisely, it's not like he tells individual players, he tells collectively as a team. Because if he tells me, it's not like I'm just going to take the ball, dribble and just score the goal. It's the entire team who is going to do that. So whenever we have gone down in 2 or 3 games, I think, and the motivation that he gives in the halftime, the push that he gives, that is very much important. Because sometimes when we're losing, we enter the room. Some players they put a head down. Some players are sad, and you the coach thinks that we have lost that motivation to get back. So he pushes us so much so that we don't keep our heads down. We keep our heads up, because the game is of 90 minutes, 95 minutes. And it's not like you have to give up. And the 3 games that we played is we never gave up till the end. We got the result, we got the points, and that's what actually matters.
So, Raynier, I got to ask you this. You've mentioned mentality of the team. You mentioned the coach at halftime pushing the players. And that's something I really want to know, because there have been 2 games so far. You all were 2-0 down. away to Jamshedpur, away to East Bengal, and you came back and picked up all 3 points, and those are massive results. So you mentioned the mentality, but tell me, this is something I had a chat with a couple of players post game as well, and every single player talks to me about the team spirit within the dressing room.
Yeah.
That's something I want to know about. How important is that team spirit, right now, and in comparison to other teams as well? Just tell us a little bit about the team spirit in the dressing room right now.
Right now, we won the last game. We were 2 down in Kolkata, and we won the game 4-2. That's a very positive thing for the team because our next 2 games are home games. So that win provided us with positivity, with with the how you say it, with the motivation to come to our home stadium, play in front of our fans, and try to win the next 2 games, the next game, and then we can look forward to the other game. So now everyone's motivated, everyone's happy because when you win a game, it's naturally that you be happy, and that's one of the things that you have to be in before you play a game. Like you have to be happy, you have to enjoy the training session, and now the dressing room is quite motivated. They're all happy, and they just want we want to play the next game as soon as possible so that we can give all out. We can try and get those 3 points that what we want, and we can look forward then. All these intense
Raynier,
talks are happening right now.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, I know. It's your excitement,
it's fine.
which we like. You're trying to be serious, and how hard you're trying to be serious is just fascinating to watch. but you did mention that the coach has instilled a sense of how you're waking up and going for it.
Yes.
But it does seem, in complete contrast, that it takes you 45 minutes as a collective unit sometimes to wake up, because those first 45 minutes, it's almost as if you guys make it difficult for yourselves. Is there work going on to not be 2 goals down or 1 goal down in the first place and then mount a comeback? Or is this just, one of those patterns where you go down, you're like, oh, okay, we're this good, now we need to go and score 4 or 5 goals?
No, it's not that actually, because we firstly every game is a new game, a new game, a new experience, and when we go to play away, it's completely different. The traveling, there's a lot when you go to play an away game, and so when we play, it's not always the best, because till now we didn't have the best starts of each game. It's not like we are consistent on the start. So we are working on to be consistent from the first minute till the 90th minute and try to be as consistent as possible, because you never know, in future if we are down, and we might just be down, so it's very difficult to come up. So we are working on it. We are working on how we start the game, how concentrated we are at the start, so that it helps the team. And and we as a team, we want to do it as soon as possible before it's too late. So we are all working on it. We all are realize that it's very difficult to come up from being down. So we want to improve that. We are working towards it, and so the game on the 24th, you will see how it goes, versus Chennai.
Yes, looking forward to that.
So Raynier, I'm going to shift focus from club football to the national team setup. Okay, you're regarded as one of the most skillful players, and I would agree with that. I've watched you play in Bombay, play for the I League, play for the Hero ISL, and you're one of the players I would call a bubblegum player, where the ball just sticks to their feet. Technically, you're very, very gifted, which is a great. I know you got a big smile, but I actually mean that.
Thank you.
But so for the national team, you haven't got those consistent performances, consistent starts, and been included in every single camp. Do you feel like it is justified?
See, first, when I got the first call up, that was I think 2 or 3 years back, and it was a good start for me for the national team. But slowly, and it's how to tell you, it's very difficult because you play one camp and then there is a lot of gap and there's another camp. So it's firstly very difficult because there's a season, there are major or sometimes minor injuries that come in the way, and to be consistent, you have to do well in the in the matches. So the first year of when I got to the national team, it was good. I was playing. That year for Mumbai City, we won the league and we won the shield and everything. So it was going good. And then last season, it was not the best for me because I didn't have a lot of playing time. I didn't I was not there in the in the playing 11 for most of the time. I didn't have game time. So it was very difficult for me to get back to the national team and get back to being watched or being scouted from. So it was very difficult for me during the last season. But it's not like we have to give up already. we have to keep working hard, and there will always be time, where you can improve, or whatever you lack in, whatever you think that you have to work for, there will always be time for it. But it's like I'm not giving up as yet, and I will never give up till I get back to the national team. I will work hard. I will try to be consistent in the league, because that's how the coach select players, and that's how you get into the national team. So my main aim right now is just to work hard to help Odisha get as much as points to reach heights in this league. And then if the call up doesn't come, that is up to the coach and the management there. But I will have to try to do my best to help the team. And if it comes, then it will all be because of the hard work and because of the team performance.
That's a great answer, Suyash. I mean, sorry, Raynier, talking about never giving up. I think that's very important, something everyone needs to learn. And the current season that you're having and playing so many games and getting enough of time, and with Team March, obviously following the Hero ISL, there's no doubt in my mind that you'll be back in the national team setup again. Over to you, Suyash.
Yeah, Pulasta, before you kind of get in with your question next, I want to philosophize a little bit with Raynier, because you seem to have this ultra positive outlook towards life and towards most things. You have a smile on your face most of the times. What is the importance of football in your life, Raynier? That might sound like a silly question on the face of it because you're a professional footballer. But even with professional footballers, sometimes you find that there are those who are extremely obsessed with the sport and think about it 24/7 and all the time. And then there are the ones like yourself on the face of it who seem like they know how to detach and disconnect from things. So what is the importance that football holds in your life? What is your outlook towards football? How do you view it?
There's a lot for me to say, but it's the passion, because since when I was small, it was always football, and that's the real happiness that what I get. No matter where I am, what it is, just give me a ball. It's just like I'll just be happy with whatever it is. And I'm just actually getting goosebumps right now, because it is something that I have always loved, and there is nothing that can take away this thing from me. So it's just happiness, every time there's football, there is any match or any playing, or you play in the streets or anywhere, it's just like I'm just happy around it. And that's it. It's my happiness. So yeah, there's no turning back from that.
Do you ever feel pressured by the game? Are you ever under pressure? Do you take pressure?
Yes, you like, I don't take a lot of pressure, but those nervousness that those feelings like you have, you're nervous, you're going to play an important match and all that. Every player has it. Me, I have it sometimes. I don't have it. It just depends on how well you prepare yourself. So for me, most of the time it's not pressure. It's just like when you go to give an exam, you feel nervous. You feel like, am I going to do good, bad, good, bad? So that's the feeling I get sometimes. But it's not a pressure, because been playing a lot since couple of years. So now you adapt the situation, the team, the ISL. You have been playing for quite some time, and you just get the experience, and and that's it for me.
So how do you deal with the tough times then, Raynier? I mean, this is a world where we speak very openly about the mental pressures of playing a sport professionally, being low. Players come out and speak about it all the time. You being the bundle of energy that you are, I'm sure you go through bad times as well, in terms of not individually bad performances or the team losing as a collective. How do you pick yourself up?
I give time, to myself, because I'm also a human. I'm not a robot, like this, just snap and I'll just be fine. It takes time. I don't share a lot to people. I keep most of the things to myself, but I share it to my loved ones, and I don't give it out there. I just want to hold back, keep it for that moment, and when the next day get back to training, it's not thinking about the past, because the more you think about what you have been how it was yesterday, the more you will not pick yourself up, and you will not be the best version of you. So for me, if I have a bad day today, I will because I'm a human, I will just be quiet. I will just keep my distance. I will be quiet. And once I sleep, I wake up in the morning, I will just try, and I will just forget it. And I'll just be it's fine. It's the past. Now you think about it, it'll just hurt you more. So I just want to give up with that, start the day with a fresh day, and just look forward from that, not from the past.
Okay, I have a easy and a more entertaining question to ask. You're probably the only player in the Hero ISL who still tucks in the jersey. Like, I really want to go and find out from your early school pictures. Like, were you one of those kids with like that big in shirt up to the chest level, and then it seems like it's kind of gone down, but you can't give it up? What's with the tucked in shirt? It's fantastic. Why is that such a constant?
No, it's actually, people have asked me a million times this question, but like there is no an answer, because since school, like when I started in my school days, way back in time, the coach just said, like, you make sure you put it in and you play. That's it. And I was like, okay. And once that, and it's not like people have forced me. So I just did it once, twice, and it's just like whenever I enter the field, it's just that. Like there is
Fantastic.
there's no proper answer and feel like, oh, I'm doing it for this reason. It's just nothing. I just put it in. That's it.
It makes things easier for us to spot you.
Make
So
things
thanks.
easier. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
going back from a funny question to a little more serious one. But yeah, Raynier, we constantly discuss, strengths of a player, weaknesses of a player. But I want to know from you, what do you think are your strengths and probably something that you need to work on as well, as a player?
My strength firstly is like, like I will play for the team. I will not like I will not do everything like, what the coach wants me to, but I will not do my own. I will do whatever the coach tell me. I will try my best to do it, and I will play for the team no matter what. And technically I like to play small passes. I like to make this quick movement. So these are my strengths. But my weakness is like, it's something that what I have like for many years, since my dad used to tell me, since many people have come and gone and told me, is the finishing, like, the shooting in the goal to get those goals. That is my weakness for now, and I'm working over it, because this is one thing that, I get many opportunities, but I as a player, like, always decide to give a pass, let like give the better position players to hit in the goal, which sometimes it's good, but it's not always good, as a player. And this is, I feel I need to improve in that. I need to work a lot in that, because that also can help the team, win the game. So this is what I'm looking to work on, and I'm going to try to implement it in training as well as my matches. So this is a thing that what I'm personally like, wanting to do.
So I'm hoping post this conversation you get a little more selfish in front of goal and get a couple of goals yourself.
And then if that ends up happening, Raynier, you'll know who to thank, and you know how to trace it back to this conversation. It all started over.
Yes.
This was the starting of it.
I think next week I will join again, and I will be like, there it is.
If you score every
No.
week and it works every week, we're more than okay with that.
You can remember
Yeah.
us. You can remember us in your goal celebration.
Goal
We
celebration.
can figure something out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Raynier, I mean, let me try and put you on the spot. If you do score next, do you have a special celebration reserved for Darren that you'll do? Come on, give it to us.
I don't know. I don't know yet, but if it happens, it will be a surprise. I will be like, yo, Darren, this is for you.
That's right. He's going to be there in Kochi, by the way, next month. So you know where to look up in case you manage to do that in Kochi, which would be incredible if you did it. Yeah. This is the one. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Raynier, let's philosophize a little bit more with you now, because I liked when we did that the first time. I liked what you said. You're 26 years old now. If you told 16 or 17-year-old Raynier Fernandes that at 26 you would have made a few appearances for India, you would be playing for your local football club, which was Mumbai City FC, and then on loan, of course, right now to Odisha FC. We all don't know what will happen in the future. But if 17 or 16-year-old Raynier was told that this is what 26-year-old version of Raynier would look like, would that version of Raynier be happy with where you are right now?
Yes, absolutely. Because, and I'll tell you one. When I started my journey in football, I you have these dreams, like, playing for the national team, playing for the highest clubs and all. But at that time for me was like, just trying to live the moment and like, work hard, get playing time, like, that time, and just work hard, be consistent, and your time will come. So it was a slow process for me. I had gone to every stage, and now where I am is because of what I used to do then. And obviously, if I would tell my past about where I am now, I would be 100% happy about it.
Yeah,
and it is my dream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's AFC Asian Cup season as well, Raynier, because next season, but at the end of next season, the national team is going to be playing in what is arguably the most important competition for it every 4 years. So how are you approaching that? I'm sure there's a part of you who would be desperate to be on that plane for the Asian Cup.
Yes. Yeah, so like I said, before, it's not very easy. Like, just make a, like, thinking like in 3 months, yeah, I will be here, I will be there. It's not that. It's just what you're going to do now, what you're going to do in the matches, what is currently on the Indian Super League, and that performance, that, like, consistency, that will make my name to that ticket, in the for the national team. But that's like a little bit far. Is what I'm focusing on is the training as and the matches, what I'm mainly focused on, because of this thing I will be there. So I have to work hard every day, every single day, and try to hope for the best, that I perform well, I help the team, our team does good in the Indian Super League, and then what is going to be my future will be in the future. But for now, I'm thinking about this. But yeah, that is the aim.
Perfect. And Raynier, what would signify a good season for both yourself and Odisha FC? What would it take for you to, at the end of the season, say, we've had a good season?
Yeah, firstly, like, to be in the top six, right? It is, but I want to win the shield. It's not like I want to come the second or third. We are working to win the shield, like, come in the first place. And from there, the second thing starts is winning the Indian Super League. So that's the main dream for me as well as the team. Because the mentality, what the coach, what the players are right now with, is if we be consistent in what we are doing in training, because it's not only matches. In training, our players are doing so well, that shows that, yeah, we are ready for the matches. So that is the main aim right now, getting as much as points. And it's not going to be easy, because every team will come up in a different way, and there is the second leg, which is like, how the teams are, how they plan on facing the same team again. So it's a bit difficult, but we are not going to give up. We are going to work hard till the end, and then we can see what the results will be.
Well, on that note, I'll bring Darren and Pulasta back into the frame. Guys, we've gone through the serious stuff. Raynier, we have a bit of a surprise for you now. Darren, Pulasta, you know what I'm talking about. Are you guys ready for your you have a big part to play in this upcoming rapid fire round?
Absolutely.
that we're going to do?
Absolutely. I've always
Oh my
wanted to be
God.
a quiz master. Always, it was my
I'm
dream.
just changing
Thank
my
you, Suyash,
position, guys.
for figuring that out as well.
Wow, look at Raynier just adjusting and
Yes,
preparing.
Is that
getting his game
is that
ready now.
thing?
Yeah.
No, that FIFA meme where you go down when you're
Yeah.
two down. He's used to that, so
He's
Which? I don't know what I'm talking about.
We'll probably share it with you on social media later. Pulas will share it with you. What exactly he's talking about? Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
Raynier, we're going to start with the rapid fire now. Just impulsively try and answer these questions as they come to you. Yeah, you can't take too much time, so just be mindful of that.
My God, this is pressure. This is pressure. Hey, Darren, this is pressure.
You've dealt.
I like how he's
with
telling
more pressure.
Darren. It's like, hey, he's the only fellow footballer in the frame. He's like, hey, can you help out here?
You're on your own, Raynier. You're on your own. Sorry,
Wow.
buddy.
See, that's why you were never teammates, because Darren would be like,
yeah,
hey, you're on your own.
yeah, you would be like, you're on your own, dude.
All right, okay.
My God.
So we have rapid fire with Raynier Fernandes starting in 3, 2, 1. Raynier Fernandes, what has been your best footballing memory so far in your career?
Playing for the national team,
Raynier, who are you supporting in the World Cup?
Brazil.
Raynier, who is the toughest opponent in the Hero ISL that you have faced
This season,
overall in your Hero ISL experience?
the toughest opponent, in the match last season, last season, semi-final against Goa. The semi-finals, yes, the entire team. Like, it was a very tough game. So yeah.
No particular individual?
No, collectively as a team, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Raynier, choosing to be on the fence on that one. Fine. Messi or Ronaldo?
प्रेशर में डाल दिया. Ronaldinho.
Oh my God, he's one left field.
I think it's the greatest choice.
No.
Fantastic.
He is my one player that I have adored since years and years and years. Yeah,
Super.
So Ronaldinho. That's the answer.
Okay. So your best friend in the team. Okay, I'm
Best friend in the team.
Yeah.
If I take one name, the other person.
Choose one. Come on, one name.
I don't have one. I have two. I have Nikhil and Suyash.
Okay, that's not bad. And
Yes.
who has the best choice in music and the worst choice in music from your current team?
The worst choice. Oh my God. Well, actually, we never. Okay, the best choices will be Amrinder. Of course, he has some nice music. Yeah, and the worst choice, I think, Nikhil.
Raynier. Okay. Careful. Is it sock, sock, shoe, shoe for you? Or is it sock, shoe, sock, shoe?
Wait, what?
When you're putting on your shoes, when he's getting
You
up.
completely stumped him.
Yeah,
I'll go get
yeah.
I was like, what? Sock,
Raynier,
well,
sock,
sock or shoe?
sock,
Wait.
shoe, shoe? Or is it sock, shoe, sock, shoe?
Sock, shoe. Yeah, confusing.
Wow, this
No.
didn't, it wasn't intended to be a tongue twister, but you made it one. But we got your answer.
Yeah, I know, because
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Okay, so Rain, your favorite thing to do outside of football?
Outside of football.
Favorite thing to do? Yes.
Oh my God. Sleep. My God,
That's
that's
a very
fair
professional
enough.
answer. Huh?
That's not bad.
Your coach will
I
love that.
sleep. I sleep a lot. I sleep, bro. even if I get 15 minutes, 10 minutes before training, I'm out.
No, make sure you don't get benched too often this season, okay?
Yeah. No. I'm more pumped on the bench if I'm not starting or if I'm come out. I don't care. I'm screaming as much as many a times the coach and the manager calm.
So if football is your first sport and you're brilliant at it, what is the other sport that you're really good at?
Hockey.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
And are you a
I played
midfielder in
yes.
hockey as well?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I tell you one fun fact about this hockey thing. Hockey players, they have these shin pads. It's like it's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a big shin pad. You cover entire shin with that. So in school and college, I was the only player who used to play with my football shin pads in hockey. And it was so
That's
sick.
fantastic.
The coach are like, what the hell, bro? Like,
How
this is
are those
comfortable.
shins? How are those shins doing, by the way? Right now, are they okay?
All okay.
Nice.
There's nothing.
Nice.
Well, Pulasta, there's another one that's it's lined up for you.
Another
My
one,
God.
yeah. Rania, what is the saddest that you felt on the pitch? What has been your low point so far? Lowest point, rather, on a pitch.
Like when we lose a game, it's the post, when we lose, that those feelings is something which I don't like, which no players like who lose, but it's a very different thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no one particular instance which you would be like, okay, that was a low point that you learned from maybe, and then you came back stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. There are many actually, you have many missed passes and all, but obviously you have to move on from it. But I think the first ISL, the second ISL, there was a moment where because of my movement, after that we considered a goal. So that put me down a lot. Like I was too sad about it. But then it was not something that I would keep that forever. I had to move on from that. And yeah.
Okay, Raynier, let's pick it up again from sad things. What is the best goal that you've ever scored in your career at any level? It could be across any level, and you have to describe it for us in detail, like you would be telling your
My
friends after you scored it.
Yes. There are couple of goals, The first ever goal that I scored, I still remember this was in my school days. It was, I think, under 12 or something when I was in my first school, Salvation. So it was a small ground because we were small, right? So it's not a massive ground what we play right now. So the goalkeeper, had a goal kick. I tested the ball. My goalkeeper, I tested the ball. The same test, I turned, I took it on the thigh and I hit it from the half line and went straight in the goal. That was the best.
Oh.
That goal, I still remember, and I was like, my God.
Like,
And,
yeah, I'm
Wow.
meant to be a
Yeah.
footballer.
I'm meant to be a
Yeah.
footballer. Proof, or else it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I will add I can add my friends over there. They will tell you.
I'm just kidding, Rania. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We
No,
believe
no.
you.
Okay, so Rain, your football with VAR or without VAR?
Oh my God. Football, to be fair, obviously VR is there, but I wouldn't want VR because sometimes it just ruins a lot of things, the intensity and everything else apart from it. So yeah, I don't think for me, no.
Okay. So Rania, what do you want to do after retiring from football, apart from taking Suyash's and Darren's job? What is it that you want to do?
I'll take your job. I'm joking. Huh? No, I have not planned any sort of thing yet, but I would want to do something related to football. So yeah, didn't plan yet, but yeah, related to football, we'll do something.
Okay.
Right, sounds good, Rainier. You spoke about Ronaldinho, but apart from him, who is your biggest inspiration in life?
Inspiration, like in football or in life?
Overall, someone who you look up to, someone who you may have learned a lot from in life, someone who you model yourself after.
Like actually, my entire family was a big part of my journey in football and in life. So I would say my family is all of them. They've helped me a lot. They helped me grow. They helped me learn. They helped me in doing things the right way. Sometimes, I have not been the best, but the family has done a lot for me and showed me the right ways, the right way.
That's heartwarming. And lastly, Rainier, what is your message to the Odisha FC family that now you belong to for whatever lies ahead in the season? What's your message to them?
Firstly, we played, I think, 2 home games, and for the fans, it's just it is so overwhelming to see a lot of them in the stadium, because the 2 years was very difficult, but now we are back with the fans, and it's so good because they're all supporting, they all care, they all scream so much, and that's the best thing. And yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of this club, and I'm just happy with all the fans, with the management, with everyone here in Odisha, and I just hope every game we play, every home match we play, we get in a lot of crowd. They enjoy the football, and I just hope for the best. We have the best season, and we want the love and support from all the fans.
Well, that's lovely,
Nice.
Rainier. Darren Caldeira, can
Thank
you
you.
evaluate Raynier Fernandes' rapid fire performance out of 10 for us, please? Let's have the vote for that.
I would give him a 6. Not bad with a couple of answers. A few
Oh
answers
my
you could
God!
see.
Wow.
You could see Raynier being
6 is
let
good or
me not
bad?
let 6 is decent, but you didn't want to probably get in trouble, but not bad for a first rapid fire. We'll have plenty of more in the coming season, and hopefully you improve on that.
Thank you. Hopefully, we were okay then. Okay.
Oh my God! He's really setting the gauntlet down for Raynier.
Yeah. My
What
God.
would you give Rainier out of 10?
I think he did quite well. I think he was just like on the pitch, a 7.5 out of 10 consistently.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's a really big compliment, Rainier. You can't say that for most players. If you're giving a manager a 7.5 out of 10 every single game, then you're a nailed on presence in the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, Rainier, it's been a lot of fun with you as expected, and as always is the case. We had you on a Twitter
Yeah.
space, and good to have you in person on a Let's Football live show. How did you like your time? Did you have fun?
I have enjoyed everything. It was so good. Obviously, the Darren's answer I didn't like, but I liked everything. I enjoyed a lot. And thank you, and actually, thank you so much for having me over here. It's for me, it's been quite some time that I've never interacted in a live session. It was 2 years back, I think, and I had fun. I actually had fun. Thank you guys for having me.
It was a pleasure hosting you, Rainier, and thank you, Darren, and thank you, Pulas, for joining in as usual as you do on the LFL show. And Rainier,
Thank
all
you.
the best to you for the rest of the season. Here's hoping that you accomplish everything that you hope to do as an individual and with Odisha FC as well.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So that's a
Cheers,
wrap
Raynier.
from us
Thank you.
here on the Let's Football Live show, ladies
That's
and
it.
gentlemen. On Tuesday, we'll be back on another weekday with you. And the World Cup season is there, so we might do a little chopping and changing to make sure we're not really giving you a choice to make between World Cup and the LFL show, because we know how important both are to you, right? We know that. So we'll be in touch, and thank you again for tuning in, guys. Have a lovely week. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you guys. See you guys. See you guys.
See you.
And Jamshedpur have won the Hero ISL.